One watching. Good evening. Hello. Hello, Tim's World. How are you tonight? Hair balls. So how's it going tonight, Tim? I'm good. How's the head Democrat tonight? Hey, I guess I'm the head one because nobody else is with me. You got that right. It's let's see. It's not raining right now. It hasn't rained today, but yesterday it just poured down rain. Not all day, but boy, one time it just poured down rain. There's John John. Hello, Jasmine. Oh, you don't have to apologize. There he comes, John John. Hello, John John. Can you hear me, John John?
Yep.
There. Okay. Just me. Would you like to come up? Uh, okay. Well, I won't put the link out there. Well, thank you, just me. So, John John, how's your work?
Ed,
Good. Hello, Brian J. It's nice to see everybody here. Do you put your green screen up?
That's gonna be later.
We went to Indiana today. It's opening up there. I seen Ponderosa said cafeteria style. I'm not for sure what that means. I guess kind of like a buffet, but they give it to you. So she wanted Arby's, and I went and got Captain D's. And we sat in the car and ate it. And it was good. I really liked it. Hey, there's Big Steve.
Well, I'll be a son of a gun. There's Kim 5.
Hello, Big Steve.
What's going on, man?
And Jasmine's in here in the chat.
Who?
Just me, Jasmine. That pretty little blonde.
Hold on a minute now. Got to pop out the chat, you know what I'm saying, so I can see things.
Okay. Tim's World says, look at the head on that.
Yeah, look at the head on that. The hair's going gray on that head.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what, look how long them bangs are. I need a haircut bad.
I know, Kim 5, you got your Ringo Starr thing going on, something fierce. What's going on, just me, Brian J, Tim's World, everybody? John, if you can hear me, how you doing? So what's on the agenda tonight?
You pick a topic and we'll shoot at it.
Okay, well, I don't have any bullets, man. All I got is BBs for my BB gun.
That was just a phrase. I don't actually want you to shoot anything.
I shoot the camera.
Shoot the camera. There you go.
That's called a bowl cut there, Tim. I used to do them. Not nowadays, I just stand in the mirror and I just buzz cut myself.
Who had double pneumonia? Do you know, Steve?
Double pneumonia? I don't know.
Jasmine, who had double pneumonia?
Yeah, you're right, Brian J. I don't have bullets. If I did have bullets, I might be spending the night on the inside.
Oh, Brian, you had double pneumonia? Oh, my God. That's serious.
Brian J. Oh, man. What's going on, son?
Not much.
I couldn't believe that dancing that you did, Big Steve.
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't take much, man. It just takes, a little bit of cojones and self-esteem, and just get up there and do it.
You was in the hospital 3 to 4 days last month. Okay. I missed that. I'm glad you're out of there.
Just me. I'm glad they're still talking about that. I'm glad that my dancing video has enshrined itself, or no, excuse me, embossed itself into the minds of many people on YouTube.
I don't know how this is going to take place, but tomorrow I got a mask from the doctor's office and blood work ordered. I'll have to go to the hospital and go in, and they'll do the testing before I go in and all that.
There you go.
One of
Who
them,
do I remind you of?
a gangster.
I'll never show my face.
Oh, Noodle.
No, not that guy.
Yeah, don't even say that name.
I'm at least I'm helping to fight the spread. We should all do our part in fighting the spread of the ickies. I call it the ickies.
It is.
I just like this look because I feel like, yeah,
one thing about it, maybe in March, I got a letter for jury duty. I haven't had to do that. It had
people have argued with me and called me un-American because I don't participate in jury duty. It's because of the fact that I don't feel that I have the mental capacity and the heart and brain knowledge enough to make a decision on somebody's life in court. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't have it. I can't do it.
Yeah, but how do you get by with not doing it? If you get a letter,
there's plenty of other people in the world that can take care of that.
Okay, I understand that. But if you get a letter and you get picked to go, you better go or they'll come get you.
Does he like that?
Actually, you know what? The last time I got it, I didn't call them or nothing. They just did not even pick me. I had nothing to worry about because I was not even picked. So I would just be so scared, you know. With my luck, man, I'd get on a damn murder trial and shit. And I don't what he's guilty, okay? Throw him away. Let him go to the slammer.
Well, we're not that big time town here. Ours would be penny ante stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I hate court. Let's not talk about
Court
court.
is closed. That's right, just me. Yeah, they got it taped off up there. You can't even go in there.
Matter of fact, this mask is bringing back memories. Right, just me, just bringing back memories. Give me all the money right now. We from California where we rob you. Start walking around in Compton and Watts. Compton, LA, East LA. Put your hands up.
I seen my old barber today at Walmart. I said, "Hey, what's going on? I need a haircut." He said, "Can't do it." I said, "They won't let you?" No, he said, "I sold the building." Wow. So I wouldn't go to him anyhow, but I went to him for years. And the other guy that took over, he bought him a different building. So I've already called, and he said he wasn't going to open until May the 30th. It was on a recording. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. I'm going to have to do something to my bangs that's getting down in my eyes.
Thing is I can't handle that for very long at all. I feel like I'm suffocating. You know, the other day I was walking around with my mother and shit. We were grocery shopping, and got out to the car, and I don't know what happened. My blood pressure must have shot rocket up. It must have went shot rocketing up or something, as I just started sweating. And all of a sudden, I couldn't freaking breathe. I had to snatch the dang mask off my face, and I had to hold myself against the car because I was about to pass out. I couldn't freaking breathe from that stupid mask.
You're lucky, Tim. This guy that cuts my hair, his beard down to here. Hello, Donna.
Yeah, you know, Kim, I saw a guy, I don't know, it was a Facebook meme or an Instagram, TikTok or something. This redneck guy had a big old long beard, and he had a hat, right? He just folded his beard up, stuck his glasses on, his whole beard covers his whole face, and the hair kind of sticks out over the top of the glasses.
Wow.
He just covers his face with his beard. It's like, oh, I don't have to worry about a mask. I got it.
You know, back in the day, that's how firefighters did. They put their mask up and breathe through their mask or their beard. Not a mask, but their beard.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays they got those gas masks that are freaking, you can walk through a burning house with black smoke and you can't breathe it at all. Oh, Lord. Go wash your butt there, Brian. We can smell you from here.
See, it's only 6:30 for you guys out there.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me there too. I gotta take my drugs.
Yeah, I ate lunch somewhere around 12 o'clock. So I got to fast for my blood work. In other words, not eat.
That's funny, Tim. Hey, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get a deluxe Darth Vader mask. I'm talking, I want the one that goes. And I want to walk around Walmart with a black cloak on and that mask on saying, "Where's the toilet paper? I want the toilet paper."
There, Chris, you want to come up?
Also, make sure that link gets deleted.
But Tim, if you do that, man, you might freaking get arrested.
Yeah, I'll delete it if Chris wants to come up. Here he is.
Because remember last time, he's back from the deed.
Hey, Kim.
Only the mask and the cape. You wish, Tim. You wish. In your wildest dreams, pal.
Steve, John, Kim.
Chris.
Chris,
Hey, I got some interesting news, Kim.
let's hear it.
I went to my doctor's appointment 2 days ago, and my A1C went from 14.5 to 4.7 in 2 months. That's what the doctor did. Thank you, brother.
Congratulations. That's hard.
And the-
Mine's not going to be that good.
And the funny part was, my wife is a diabetic too, and I was giving her, because she got her doctor's appointment for a week from now, and I was giving her half my metformin. So I dropped my A1C to 4.7, taking half of my pills.
Yeah, I don't know about that metformin. I take
Works good
2
for
a
me.
day. I don't know if it does that great a job or not.
Well, I have a weird form of it too, because my blood sugar goes up when I sleep and goes down when I'm awake, which most people are the opposite. But I'm glad I finally caught you to tell you.
Yeah. So tell me the number again. 4 point what?
4.7.
4.7. I can't remember. I think mine was 7 something.
That's not bad. I mean, it is, but it's not that bad. I know when I started this fun journey, it was almost 15,
Yeah.
and that's bad.
I don't even know what mine is.
Cannabis helps diabetes. Well, that's cool.
Oh man, if Grizz comes up here, dude, I am hitting the bricks, Junior.
Hello, Grizz.
I just don't want to talk to that farty old man.
That's Grizz.
Yeah, he's like a cross between Duck Dynasty and the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, that's a good assumption. I like that one.
Hey,
Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Grizz. It fits. It works.
Chris, I'm gonna type my email address in here,
Alrighty.
and if you would, hang on. I'm typing it slow. so you'll get it. Okay. So when you get it, then I'll delete it. Okay.
Alrighty.
And then send me an email anytime, and I'll put you on my list. I've got 10 people I send out. And if you get it, then you can come up. If you don't, just it just there.
Got it.
So you got it? Okay. I'll remove it.
I am going to put it in my contact list in my Gmail in one moment. I am using BlueStacks to play Clash of Clans, and I'm invading a village, so give me one quick second.
Okay, just we talked about it last time.
Yes.
Just take your time. Sometimes send me an email, and then, like I said, I'll add you to the list, so you'll get a link, and then we don't have to put it in chat.
Understood.
Just me, you always cutting yourself up, huh? Cutting yourself up, can't breathe, sinus infections. Poor girl. Hey, Tim. Come on, man. Let's get some of that Amish flavor up here.
Tim, would you like to come up?
Let's see here. I sent you an email.
Okay.
Now I'm just trying to figure out how to save your email in Gmail. So I don't do that a lot.
I see how it is, Tim. You don't want to come up, it's because of me, right? I see how it is. All right, cool, man. Uh-huh.
No, Tim, just don't come up on panels. But you're welcome, though.
Yeah, Just Me's one of those girls that she'd be running down the street jogging. You know, drive by her. Hey, girl, work it.
Stabbed by a rusty nail on some board I was moving. Oh, wow.
She lives on 5 acres and uses a machete to cut shit. Yeah. Hey, I use a machete to cut my vegetables up.
Unorthodox, but it works. What can I say?
Oh, wow. You had stitches?
Hey, you know what? My dad once hit his leg accidentally, his calf right there, the front of his calf, with a chainsaw. Got a couple of nice little cuts in his leg from that.
Hello, Grizz.
There
Hey,
he is.
Tim and everybody.
Oh, God, here he is. I'm out of here. Bye.
Oh, bye. Bye. That's why I came up.
You came up just to push me out of here.
I did. Just a second here. I got to mute my mic and my audio here. I mean, my video here for a bit. But I'm still here. Hey, Jasmine. So what's happening, guys?
Not much.
Watching things grow. Very, very slowly.
Man,
Yeah,
we've
I
had
couldn't do that.
it's been a decent day here all day long, and just now it just started raining about 10, 15 minutes ago, and it's raining pretty steady too.
Man, I swear it's raining about half the country.
We've had a really nice day today.
Well, that's good.
I feel sorry for you, Destiny.
We all feel sorry for you, Jasmine.
All except
We
for
know.
me.
Yeah, don't ever expect anything from Grizz except a hard time. Oh God, man, she's telling you she loves you. What's going on here? He's mine, okay? Back up, woman. Oh, Grizz helped with the yellow jackets. So, how many raincoats you got now?
Sure, Frank, get out of that rain. Come on, girl. You don't need to go out there in the rain and stand and get soaking wet. No, you don't, girl.
So was the yellow jackets bothering your bees? They're saying that what is it? That killer hornet.
Ah, yes, the Asian killer hornet, the largest wasp in the world.
Yeah, they say it's working on the honeybees.
You all will hear something interesting about that. The Japanese honeybees have found a way where if one murder hornet gets in their nest, they all wrap around it in a big ball. And since the wasps are more sensitive to heat than the bees are, they kill the wasp by making a gigantic bee ball and flapping their wings real fast. European honeybees haven't figured that out yet, but the Japanese ones have. So that's kind of
That'd
cool.
be something crazy to see.
Yeah, it doesn't work against like a whole pile of killer hornets, but one or two invade their colony, they do have a way to kill them. So
Right. They protect their colony or their beehive.
sure do.
My now I couldn't do it, but Dad was a beekeeper years ago.
I mean, I'm hoping for bees in my garden this year. The more bees, the better, man. I got a bunch of berry bushes planted, a bunch of trees, a bunch of vegetables. Bees are good for me.
The rain is so loud. Sorry, Grizz. Now you can talk about Grizz if you want to, Steve. He said he can't hear you. Oh, are you leaving us?
I'm surprised it's raining up there.
Are you leaving us, Jasmine?
I swear it's raining about everywhere.
Peace out, Jasmine.
I'm gonna have to try to get my yard mowed within the next couple of days.
I got lazy. I mowed half of my yard, but my yard's 2 acres. So I mowed half of my yard and said, man, I can't do it anymore. And I kicked it back and I wanted to go finish it today and I didn't get up in time. So I don't get to cut it for a week. So it's going to be like knee high.
But you got a rider, right?
Nope. Rider won't. I kind of screwed up. When I put my fence in, I didn't put a double gate. I put a single entrance gate. So my rider won't fit through it. So I haven't adjusted that yet. So I still push mow it right now, which is good exercise anyway.
Yeah. But I don't do it for my health.
No, I don't do it for my health either. I do it because it's got to be done. But I figure, what the hell, make it a little bit hard. Get some benefits out of it.
If I do good, I can mow my whole yard within 30 minutes.
Oh shoot, not mine. Even with a ride on it, takes a little more than a half hour. But my property's like
You couldn't use a rider in my yard. It's too small.
I did that once. I had a little lot yard and I had a ride on mower. It took me like 15 minutes to cut the whole yard when it wasn't getting stuck on something because the yard was just so packed together.
Well, I guess they put dirt around the house and they put a ledge, about 6-inch ledge around the house to hold the dirt.
So you have a footer and then you have another little lip there that holds dirt in place.
Right. There's the
Like a mini-
sidewalk, and then you gotta put the mower up on that ledge.
So like a mini retaining wall.
Yeah, but it's small, but you couldn't get a rider up on it.
I believe it.
Guess it must be storming up there. Hurricane Katrina for Grizz.
Man, we're getting smushed, man. We got this cold front pushing down up on us from the north, and then we got that tropical storm pushing up from the south. So we got this nice little wedge going on in Tennessee where it's just like rain, more rain. Oh yeah, you know all those seeds you planted? Yeah, you better hope those don't get washed away.
Well, we had a tornado warning last night. The sirens went off.
Well, that's no fun.
So Pam and I, we went to the basement for a while just in case.
Hey, at least you got a basement.
Yep.
I mean, that's a good thing. A lot of people, like, I don't have a basement. If a tornado hits me, all I got to really do, man, is kind of hide under my bed and pray. Take my roof right off.
You guys, at least you guys don't have to deal with earthquakes.
Well, we have had earthquakes.
We've had earthquakes in Tennessee. They're just not earth-shattering earthquakes. They're like, 2s and 2.5s that kind of rumble through on the plateaus, but we don't feel them.
Out here, man, they shake beyond all imaginable.
I don't think I'd like that a whole lot.
California itself is a big giant fault line.
Yep.
I believe one day California, the western part of California, is going to fall into the ocean.
Yep. It's going to be New Atlantis.
It's pretty close right now. But man, it's beautiful out there.
It's like Venice. See it now before it drowns.
Yep. San Francisco's going to be underwater. LA, half of LA is going to be underwater. Everything gone.
I thought a whole coastline was supposed to be underwater like 15 years ago.
They said it hasn't eroded that far yet.
All right, Brian, you smell better.
Here's what I never understood about global warming, and maybe somebody can help my uneducated butt here. Okay, if you imagine a tub of water, okay, and you put ice cubes in that tub of water, right, and you leave it the same, like you don't put any more water, put the cubes in, fill with water. Once those cubes of water melt, the water level doesn't rise because the weight of the ice cube is the same density as the water that's in the ice cube, so it should just level out naturally. So how is it that when icebergs that are floating melt, it adds water? I can understand a desalinization, that I get. But the actual height rise, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, you got ice and stuff up on the mountains, and it comes down. It will raise the water.
Yeah.
I think that's something you need to take up with an oceanographer.
I mean, Archimedes discovered this 1,500 years ago. you put a crown in water displaced, to calculate the amount of displacement. Well, ice is going to weigh the same as the water it's made out of. It's not going to change the weight. So therefore, when it melts, it's still the same weight, so it won't rise, I don't think. I don't know. I was hoping somebody could educate me on that.
You got something to add here, Grizz? Guess not.
By the way, Kim, do you notice the camera difference?
Let me see.
The last one was, like that big of an image, and you could like barely see my face. Now you can see like the whole room.
I can
That's a
see
whole-
the whole room. Yeah.
This one I can even adjust a little, make it a little clearer.
Well, you see, my problem is I have low light. I'm tight. I only have one pole lamp right behind the monitor.
I get that.
Is that a big room you're in or a small room, Kim?
It's about 13 by 14.
That's a pretty good sized room.
It was a
That's not-
bedroom.
I'll say your average bedrooms are usually like what? 12 by 14, 10 by 12. So it's a decent sized room.
Yeah, the people that had this house, there's actually 2 closets here.
In the
this
same
was
room?
a bedroom. So we made the other room, we put a closet in there and made it a bedroom. The only bad thing about this here is you got to go through here to get to the bathroom.
Eh,
But there's just me and my wife.
right. So what does it matter?
Right.
I agree with that.
So when I get up doing a live stream and go to the bathroom, I got to mute the mic because it sounds like a waterfall. Because the bathroom's right behind the monitor. But hey, it works for us.
Hey, at least we'll be able to find you. Follow the drip. You hear the drip? Follow it.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, it wasn't a drip, man. I tell you what, it literally was a waterfall. He didn't believe us for a long time until he finally went back and rewatched the live streams and heard it.
Oh, I believe you.
That's pretty damn good.
I just stand taller than everybody else.
Yeah, the
Well,
water
no,
has to fall further, huh?
Exactly.
That's like my dad, though. I swear to you. He went to the bathroom. You could hear him pissing from a mile away, boy. Sound like a damn hose going into the toilet.
So how's everybody doing out there? Everybody living the American dream?
Yeah.
Sure am.
Keeping your social distancing out there?
So
Mostly. Mostly.
are we going to get another check?
I don't know. It depends on how much they tried to bleed the American taxpayer.
When you get another check.
Well, it's our money.
I'd
Well,
love to see it though, but
it's
See,
actually
it-
not our money. It's our grandchildren's, great-grandchildren's money.
Well, I don't have any.
Yeah. Our great grandkids are going to be broke and mad as hell. Damn it.
You've heard that song, haven't you? This guy met a guy, and he left his fortune to a man he didn't know.
Oh yes, I know that song well. That's
Man,
people.
them kids are mad,
Beer,
and I'm doing well.
beer is good and people are crazy. I think is the name of that song.
Was that song based on off the Howard Hughes story?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Y'all heard the Howard Hughes story? You know what happened on him?
Well, now,
You know,
I
do
watched,
y'all know who Howard Hughes is?
yes.
How about Steven and Chris?
Yeah, isn't that Hugh Hefner's brother?
No.
That's the guy that made the plane, right?
Yeah, well, Howard Hughes was the one that invested the money to have the Blue Goose built, the airplane.
Yeah, he was a crazy, eccentric guy who was a germaphobe who walked around with Kleenex boxes on his feet.
Basically, yeah, he was he was at the time probably the wealthiest person alive during his time. But yeah, he was a little off his rocker. But he left his will. He was like bumming around, looked like a bum, was hitchhiking, and some guy picked him up, and that's who he left his inheritance to.
Really?
I believe
Yeah.
it. The guy was really eccentric is an understatement.
Yeah.
The guy was screwed to the
Yeah,
Fruit Loops, but
he
he
left
was-
all of
he
his
was
money to Hitchhiker, but that hit the big time news because there was all sorts of lawsuits over that.
bright. I'll bet. Wait a minute. Where'd my money go? Hey.
Hey, Brian or Steve, Brian or Grizz, this question. I had a check engine light come on, and it says something about a control modular or something. Well, the light went back off. So, do I need to take that into the dealership and get that checked out, or what? What is it?
If the light comes
I don't
back,
know any other way to go. I don't know anything about these new computerized stuff. That's why I go with the older vehicles, something that I know a little bit about.
Well, I understand.
it could just be a warning light that flashed. It went back off. If it comes back on again, then it would be a cause for concern.
It's here's the code.
You know, that's the thing too about those lights is that they can come on, and the thing that they're coming on for is such a small, minuscule thing, and it can be so panicking. Mine's going off because the fuel, it's some kind of vacuum regulator switch that helps it decompress the exhaust vapors from the tank is broken. So it's been on for like 2 years, but it doesn't affect the car at all. It does absolutely nothing to the car. It's just annoying seeing the light.
Good thing you don't have to pass a smog.
Well, Brian, I got the code wrote down, but I forgot what it is. Let me go get it, and I'll give it to you.
Nah, yeah. Kim's got one of those newfangled Cadillacs. I don't know jack shit about those.
I know they're a giant headache. That I know.
Yeah.
Cars nowadays are getting quite scary to work on.
I'd rather have an old one, to be honest.
Yeah. Nothing quite beats an old 357.
My dad always told me that either a Ford or a Chevy straight six is the easiest engines and the longest lasting to work on.
Oh yeah, man. Them Miracle 6s, you can like dump a handful of sand in them. They'll keep going. I mean, I don't recommend that, but they're tough little motors.
That's the code that I got off of my little thing I plug in.
Huh. Well, maybe you should give Cadillac a call and tell them what happened, and maybe they might tell you to bring it in.
Yeah.
Have you tried Googling it? To type in that code that it gave you, type that code into Google, see if it gives you an answer back.
Well, actually,
7A.
what I got out of that, they said not to. It was nothing.
Then it probably is nothing.
But I got an email from OnStar that it needed to be checked out.
This is saying it can mean several things. Engine data stream issues, something for the transmission, and something with the powertrain.
Right. And then
That's
I went to AutoZone and they run a code. They had a different tester than I did.
Brian J got it right there.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay.
There should be an actual code readout, though. It'd be much, much longer.
Not trouble codes. They're simply, okay, now that's what I come up with.
What are you, a mechanic there, Brian J?
Well, he knows his shit, or I wouldn't have asked him the question.
Auto mechanic? Backyard mechanic?
Okay, so I Googled that just like you did, Brian J., and that's kind of what I come up with. So is it a concern, or should I call the dealership tomorrow and have them look at it a little closer? But AutoZone, they run it and they come up with that code, and they said that they didn't have the part.
Yeah, it's one that you got to get from the dealer, from the Cadillac dealer.
Oh, those are always nice and affordable.
Yep, camshaft. He said that.
Dang, look at Brian J over here. Are you copying and pasting?
Okay. Okay. Have you read what the symptoms are of what causes that light to come on?
Well, they said something about a knock.
A knock.
Like
Well,
a-
but I think basically what it's telling you is it's probably time for a tune-up. Just a basic simple tune-up. I think that's what it's telling you from what I'm reading here.
okay.
Because it says, what are the symptoms of code P0024? Says check engine lights, the hard start of the engine, rough running engine, stalling, rattling, knocking from engine, decreased fuel economy, failed emissionary test. But all those would be the advanced symptoms of it, I would assume. And I doubt if you're at the advanced symptoms.
Or no, that's what I seen. Knock sensor.
Knock.
Knock sensor. Yeah, I seen that in something.
I'm going picture
Yeah, I
line
got-
for a second, but I'll be back.
I got to ask you one question about this too. At the time that it happened, was that at the time when they were having some tornadoes in the Midwest?
No.
Well, the reason why I know that sounds like a stupid question, but the reason why I'm asking that is you take some vehicles, you go up higher elevations, you got to set the timing for the elevations that you're at, based on the different stuff. So I'm just wondering if the atmosphere had gotten thinner somehow or something. You know what I mean? That briefly changed it.
But I wasn't driving it. at that
Yeah,
time.
you're right. You're right there. Iron Dog Grizzle never shut his pie hole.
Brian J., I think I'm still under warranty. It's got like 35,000.
Uh-oh, stray raid. Here comes Sandra.
Hey, Sandra and Keith.
And Iron Dog 53.
But the thing of it is, I seen the light was in Vincennes. I drove it home. And of course, I went to AutoZone and they couldn't come up with, they didn't have the part. They couldn't get the part. They couldn't price the part. So,
Well, my guess is it's a non-issue if the light just went off and it didn't come back. That's why I'm thinking it was a change in the atmosphere briefly.
But let me ask you a question.
But see, I parked the car, unloaded the groceries, backed it up. By the time I put it in the car, the light went off.
And then, how was the engine running? How did it feel? Did it have power? Did it feel normal?
Everything was fine. It was normal.
Well, then I don't know, man. I would wait until it comes back on, and then if it comes back on, have it checked.
If not, it will cost about $300 to have someone to do it. Well, I'm going to take it to the dealership, Brian. But like I said, I just had it to happen, and I couldn't go to the dealership because we had meat and stuff in the car. So,
Man,
By
I
the
like
way,
going
I
to the dealership and getting a colonoscopy.
I want to say something here. I see we're having a Fat Boy raid right now, and I'm telling you here, Fat Boy, we're all packing, so we ain't no afraid of no sneaking Fat Boy raid.
Hell no, we ain't.
Rosanna, Allie, Hard Dog, thank you for all coming in.
We love you
I
all.
think Fat Boy tried to scare us. Hugs, Rosanna. Hugs,
Fat Boy,
Allie.
he's trying to send his people over here to get us, Grizz.
Yeah.
Fat Boy's Army.
Everybody turn their cameras off.
Oh, my camera's on.
I know.
I just figure it looks better this way, looking at my garbage.
Well, see, I just want you guys to see the massive amount of cocaine that I have on my desk here.
All right. Now, is that legal?
Legal?
Yeah,
Hell no.
just marijuana. I
Hey,
don't
Kim,
really-
did I tell you about that video I watched the other day on that? There was a restaurant. I can't remember what state they were in. I'm probably in Texas. But there's this restaurant where all the waitresses, they're doing the open carry. They're all packing sidearms on their hip. I figured those gals there at that restaurant they're probably having no problem collecting tips.
Yeah.
Uh,
Be like this. Look. So, did y'all have a good dinner?
Yep, that's what it would be like.
Not yet.
kind of like that video that you sent. Somebody sent it to you, and then you sent it to me. You said, I went in the store and they didn't have anything. I come out and asked them if they had any food, and he said, look at what I got. And he pointed it with his gun. He said, I got bread and toilet
Yeah.
paper.
No, I think you sent that to me, Kim.
Yeah, you sent it to me. You're getting old. You forget what the hell you did yesterday.
Maybe it was Iron Dog that sent it to me, or maybe it was A friend of mine from Hawaii sent it to me. I don't remember.
Well, it was some friend sent it to you, and you said I'll send it to you, Kim, and then you send it to Arndo. That's how I did it.
Oh, okay.
But it was pretty.
Oh, that's
neat.
right, Brian. It was in Colorado.
Pretty neat. So, back to the sensor thing. I'm going to call the dealership that I bought it from and have them take a look at it.
Yeah, just take it in, have them give you a loaner.
No, I don't have to do that. Hey,
Yeah.
if
They'll
they
just
don't
put it
have
on a machine and only take them a little bit to check it, and then they'll probably just say, "Hey, nothing wrong. Go on home."
okay.
But I think it's well worth doing it. I think it's well worth just having it checked out for, because if there is something wrong, it can turn into something really expensive.
Exactly.
Sure can.
Okay, Arnold, thank you for coming in.
Night, night, dog father. See you in the morning.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock for him.
Yeah.
Just past 7 p.m. for us. I'm guessing it's around the same time over at Hillbilly Grizz's house.
Yeah, it is. I looked into the changing of the time. It said in Illinois they're working on not changing. They'll keep the time what it is right now.
It makes more sense than changing it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, Oregon and Washington's all on board and changing ours to where it just stays on one time. It doesn't switch to daylight savings. But California won't get on board with this. And there's some stupid federal law that requires that we all have to be on the same deal here.
huh?
Which I think would be, I mean, it seems like it'd be the sensible deal to do. So that way we'd be in the same time frame all the time as Alaska. See, Alaska they don't change their time to daylight savings time.
Well, the thing of it here, if we don't change, take for instance, the kids are getting up in the dark. I mean, going to
That don't
school.
hurt them. That gives them more playtime in the light.
Yeah, serious. Let them little bastards get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and walk through the snow like we all did. Hell, I'd walk me 5 miles through the snow with bare feet before I could get to school, and then I got my ass whipped.
Uphill, 30
Both ways.
degrees below freezing. And I had to kick polar bears off the trail on the way to school. And on the way home from school, I had to walk uphill 5 miles through the desert, 120-degree blazing weather, barefooted, kicking rattlesnakes out of the trail.
Hello, junkyard. Stray.
Damn it.
Hey, junkyard.
Stray ain't even in here.
He just sent his people over here to raid.
Well, hope they get on board, Brian. We need to. I mean, I would really like for it to just stay in one. I hate this time change.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Yeah, we're fixing to change again, ain't we?
We won't change until November.
Is it November?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense because you know what? All those years that I was working, I was the one that left alone because you all of a sudden got to change your time frame or you got to change your hours that you're working. So I mean, it just doesn't make sense. If you still got to change something. So if you got to change something, why not adjust your own business to work with the time frame on the light that works best for you? I mean, that's.
I'll tell you all something funny. When I was the maintenance guy for Burger King, I worked at night. So I worked from 10 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning. And I loved it during fallback because I'd work until 2 a.m, and then they would get a free hour out of me because it would go back to 1 o'clock.
Mhm.
So for once a year, they got a free hour.
Yeah, but on the same token, if you were working that same shift when it went the other way, you'd get an extra hour.
No, then it would just jump ahead and not give me enough time to finish my work.
Oh.
Because it'd be 2 o'clock, and I'd be doing my job, and at 4 o'clock they start coming in for the day, so I lose that whole entire hour because it jumps to 3, and now I have to work twice as fast. It was not fun being a night maintenance guy for that, doing graveyard.
I can see where that'd be a bitch.
Twice a year they get a free hour, and then they get twice the harder work. It never benefited me though. You know, it's never like I got an extra hour of sleep. I just lose it. That's one of my interesting stories. There we go.
Hey, oh, you put the bong away, Chris?
Shh.
I knew I heard that particular sound.
YouTube doesn't need to be seeing everything now.
Oh, I don't care. I'll show them it all. I'll
I'm
pull
not
the
worried.
weed out.
Oh, Steve, I'm not worried about you. I said YouTube only needs to see so much.
Man, I'll pull it out. I'll put it on the table. I'll point the camera straight at my pile of cocaine.
Dude, okay, let's start with you live in California, okay? And I live in the Bible Belt.
No, I wish I had some cocaine. I gave it all to Iron Dog.
That crap make my heart explode.
Yeah, Brian, I'm still as sober as a church mouse, and my smoking, well, I'm still fighting it, and it is a major battle.
Oh,
But I got one of these going right now.
Chris, you might like this. Have you looked into Chantix? Because I did.
Yeah, no, that don't work for me.
Yeah, they've lost their freaking minds. I told my doctor to write me a prescription for my metformin and Chantix, so I want to quit smoking. I go up to the pharmacy, and she looks at me, and she says, "We have your metformin. It's $4. The Chantix, however, it's a little expensive." And I said, "Okay, well, what's a little expensive?" Just $529.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I said, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Yeah, $529." And I said, "That's for the starter pack?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "So that means I'm going to need more of this?" And she goes, "Yeah, probably another 3 or 4 refills." I said, "Yeah." So you want 2,000? I'll just keep smoking.
I'd be like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go have a cigarette."
I need a cigarette after I heard the prices, man.
What?
So how much?
You just need to be cold turkey on that.
The
Well, I
ladies
tried
again.
Chantix, and it didn't work for me. My nephew actually gave it to me. Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, to me, in my mind, cold turkey is the only fucking way, excuse my French once again, that you're going to be able to stop smoking.
Right?
You have to have the willpower, the strength, and the capacity, and the want and need to quit. And if you really, truly have that in your heart, mind, body, and soul, then you will drop the cigarette pack, flush it down the toilet, grind them into bits, and never touch it again.
Yeah, that's so not going to happen with me. I wish it would.
See, my problem is food. And the problem is I got to have food, some food. All right. But cigarettes, I don't have to have any. So I can completely quit cigarettes and never have a cigarette again. But I still got to eat.
Yeah.
Just don't have the willpower to cut back on my eating, you know.
You can't quit eating.
See, now I'm the opposite. Like, I still need to eat, but when I got back, I lost 15 pounds since the last time I was at the doctor's 2 months ago, and dropped my A1C. And she said I was the only patient she had during COVID that's lost any weight. So food I can control. Cigarettes I can't. Which I kind of wish it was the other way around.
Yeah, I've been smoking pretty hardcore since I was 18 years old. I'm 35 now.
15 and I'm 38.
The last time I quit was in 1989, and I did it cold turkey.
Oh, I respect anybody that can. I have a whole lot of respect for people that can just stop.
It was a battle,
Oh, I believe it.
but I usually bought a carton of cigarettes every Saturday. When I got paid, I'd go get a carton of cigarettes. So when I finally quit, I made that carton last 2 weeks. And then when I smoked the last, then I was done.
Right, so that's 1 pack a day, 5 days, 10 days. Okay, I can see where that. Yeah, all right, I can see where that pans in. Damn, you smoked a lot of cigarettes.
I was smoking. I mean, that carton may not last me a whole week. I may have to buy more, But sometimes I'd smoke like 2 packs a day.
Oh yeah, because there's 10 packs in a carton, so
Right.
that's 10 days. There's only 7 days in a week, so you got some extra ones there.
Yeah.
You got 3 extra packs to smoke. You can smoke 2 extra packs on Sunday. Oh man, the greatest thing I ever saw. Okay, have you guys like Stephen King movies?
Oh, sure.
You ever seen
Yeah.
Stephen King's Cat's Eye?
Yep.
Yeah, that sequence in there where the guy was quitting smoking. He went to that company called Quitters Incorporated. That's what we need in real life.
That's a hell of a movie too, by the way.
Hell of a good movie.
Yeah, when I got my first divorce, I was smoking about 3 packs a day.
I'm at 2 right now, and I don't want to go much farther.
Damn, I got you guys beat, man. A freaking pack lasts me a week. Probably longer than that.
Well, that's good, Steve.
It's very good.
I mean, I try to wait 1 to 2 hours at least. Sometimes a little longer between cigarettes. I still love to smoke them, though, and I'll never give them up. Nor will I give up my marijuana usage either, because I need that, or I would probably
Well,
be guilty of murder.
we went and had lunch. Hello, Mrs. Grant.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, wait a minute. Let
Hello,
me
Miss
get her
Pam.
big screen.
All right, enjoy. Yeah, you won't see her too often.
That's quite all right.
He's better looking than you, Chris.
Was that
by,
Mama?
by far, yeah.
Was that Mama?
But anyhow, we ate lunch, and I won't be able to eat no more until I have my blood work tomorrow sometime.
You getting A1C check?
Yeah, and he's going to do a cholesterol baloney stuff too. There's 2 things on that piece of paper I got.
That ain't never fun.
I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Oh, y'all heard about them approving a testing at home kit now?
No. Go ahead.
Yeah,
For what?
COVID. The FDA has approved a test, and they're talking about starting to release it to the public soon.
Oh, so you can
Hey,
test yourself and then send it in?
Yeah. Yeah, which is how we should have done it this whole time.
That's kind of smart,
This
actually.
was in the United States. This wasn't in the United States, but I don't remember which Italy or somewhere over in Europe anyway. They're training dogs to sniff out people that have COVID-19.
That's
heard
good
about
too.
that. What happened to Steve?
He dropped out. He always does that. He doesn't ever say goodbye. He just goes.
Something happened. He'll be back.
It happens.
But yeah, I seen that, Grizz. They're working on dogs to do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, I don't think it's too little too late in this particular case. I'm glad everybody panicked to the level that they did, because when it really, like, it hasn't gone away yet. It's still circulating. But when it reemerges as a mutated strain in the fall, and probably late fall, we are going to be so happy that we did all of these procedures and steps now, like trying to get this at-home test kit, sniffing dogs, internet or tech companies trying to invent tracing programs to help kind of get the source figured out, because when it reemerges with the flu, it's going to be really nasty. So we might even have some kind of a small vaccine, fingers crossed, by that time. Not saying that we have it now, but we might. Emphasis on might.
The president said he's taking that medicine that gives you heart attacks.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Kim better be praying that the COVID-19 does come back in the fall. Because if it comes back in the fall, if it does come back in the fall pretty strong, then Joe Biden will win.
It's going to be an interesting race to see, nonetheless.
If it doesn't come back, then Trump will win.
Yeah, he's going to get all the credit. But, man, we got to do something.
Yeah, we should. Oh, don't worry, Kim. Americans will let their voice be known soon enough. That's what Americans are good at.
Well, maybe this will bring people out to vote, because they said they didn't have enough people to vote the last election. So, I don't know.
No, I agree with that.
I will be voting,
Oh, as will I.
but my vote will count because I am in a Democrat state.
Well, then my vote will count in my state because I'm in a Republican state.
Okay.
So, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. I do find our whole electoral system kind of an insanely funny device, because when you vote, you don't actually vote for the president. You vote for people that will vote for you. So it's a crazy system.
Well, there's a lot of people that, Chris, that's where I got to say, see, we're not a democratic society. And that's
we're a
one thing that
republic.
establishes us as a republic, because that electoral college helps protect the republic. But that gets really deep into that conversation, how to protect from a democratic society, the majority rules. And that's the whole deal on that.
No, don't get me wrong. I think it is by far one of the least flawed governmental systems that has been invented. It's just a funny system, but it makes sense this way. It makes sense.
And
The electoral college was designed in a way where the majority of a state could not overwhelm and overpower the minority. Now, the problem is that I see with our electoral college is they swayed it in a way that it where it's still would you have the electoral college where in some states it's the winner takes all, regardless? I don't think that's
Yeah.
right. I think every state should be required to operate their electoral college the exact same way.
I agree with you, Grizz, 100% on that one. Really give the states their own power. Let them really decide what they want to do. I think the whole identity of the whole governmental system would have a fundamental shift in all different directions if they did. And I think that's why they won't. Because states might just surprise you. This is really interesting. Going to be interesting to see over the course of the next 100 years if this country stays a country. Because when this whole Republican Democrat party system was invented, that was almost 300 years ago. People traveled, but they didn't travel. You traveled maybe in your state a little bit, but you didn't go across the country all the time. And as our population grows and people are able to move easier and freer and kind of go around with it all over the country. Because, I mean, Kim, I guarantee you there's Republicans near not that far from you. I know there's Democrats here not far by me. I mean, we all kind of start interweaving our politics together. It's going to be funny to see what happens.
Oh, like I said, we're a Democrat state, and you'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans, and they just won't look and listen to how ignorant our president is, It's terrible. I mean, he just stands up there and lies.
You know what I find terrible and hysterically funny is, and this doesn't apply to you, Kim, because I know you're more likely smart enough to know this, but you'd be surprised how many Democrats think Abraham Lincoln was the founder of the Democratic Party. You wouldn't believe how many Democrats that I've met that think that. And
I don't know. I wasn't alive at that time.
Well, it's just funny.
And I don't look into history, so there you go.
Oh, I'm a firm believer in my history because I don't like repeating. Scary things start happening. All right.
But we have a lot of people that usually people that don't have a whole lot of money are Democrats. I mean, not always.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And I don't have much money myself. But
I don't have much money. I'm an independent Republican. I don't have much money.
if Trump was a good man, then I would be on his side, but he ain't. I don't know.
Wedge issues, huh?
But it doesn't matter who's in office, this virus is not going to go away.
Sure not. And I'm still kind of watching this whole symptoms similar to Kawasaki thing going on.
Yeah, with the kids, they look like they're burnt.
Yeah, turning blue and suffocating them.
So, does the adults not get that?
I wonder sometimes. I do.
I watched a thing on Netflix about aliens. Have you seen that one? It's called Hangar One.
I have not. Tell me about it.
Well, I can't really tell you a whole lot of it because I turn it on and I go to sleep. But Eisenhower, I think, and Roosevelt. It said they had meetings with aliens. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I just watched the show.
I was going to say, you got me.
But if you got Netflix, check that out. Hangar One.
All right. I will do that.
And things are pretty far-fetched in it.
Dude.
Yeah, Brian, I've been poor all my life.
I learned a long time ago, money doesn't make a good person better.
Right? But it makes it a little handier, doesn't it?
Oh, it makes it a whole lot easier, but it doesn't make it any better.
But even if you've got a whole lot of money, if you don't manage it right, it don't go very far.
Sure don't. That's the one thing I'll never understand is why people need so much more than they actually need. Like they want so much more. I'll never figure that out. Like you got people with 40,000 square foot mega mansions, with gold-plated swimming pools and helicopters, and okay, and then you look at their bank account, and they still have hundreds of billions of dollars. It's like, how much do you need? I mean, there's only so much you can enjoy. Seems like the greater mission of mankind should be helping itself, but wishful thinking.
Well, me and Pam have this little piece of dirt that we have. It's a corner lot. And it would be nice to have enough room for a garden. But we have a few flowers. We got too many trees. Well, I've only got 2 trees. But this one tree gives a lot of shade back here, so it's even hard to have a yard. But
Have you thought about?
Go ahead.
Have you thought about like a hanging garden?
No, we're fine.
No. There's a lot of people that live in apartments and have smaller yards. They tend to do like hanging gardens and bucket like 5-gallon buckets for potatoes and things like that. People got real creative. I got to give them credit. I guess where there's a will, there's a way.
But our problem is here, it'll rain and it'll be so wet. And then when we get into the summer, it'll be extremely hot and burn everything up.
I understand that problem too.
But a year ago, I had killed out my whole yard, just my backyard. And then I planted that Zoya grass. And, see, the ground's been cold. It's been warm, but it's been cold. So I don't know how it's going to do this year, but this year I'm not going to try to work on the weeds. I'm just going to let everything grow and keep it mowed, and see what comes up.
There you go.
The Zoya grass is supposed to choke things out. But see, it don't start in until later in the year because the ground's too cold.
Makes sense.
And Brian J., I've seen that. They have potatoes in a 5-gallon bucket. They bury the bucket. The bucket won't have no bottom in it.
Hey, Brian, try the potatoes in a bale of hay. They do really good in a bale of hay. Just punch some holes on the side of the bale and on the top and stuff, and plant the potatoes all around inside the bale and keep it watered. Works great. When you go to harvest, just bust the bale open, and there you go.
Huh. I like that, Grizz.
That would be easier than dirt, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
For sure. That's a cool little tip. I'm remembering that one.
Another one, if you don't like washing potatoes, is plant your potatoes, on your garden. You rototill up the ground, of course, and run a little trench. And put your potatoes in the trench, but don't cover up those potatoes with dirt. Just lay them right on top of the ground. And then go through and cut put a soaker hose down first of all, and put a piece of black plastic over all your potato plants and the whole row of potato plants. Well, actually, you want to put the black plastic and the soaker hose down first, and then you want to cut holes in, slits through there so the plants can shoot up out of the plant. The soaker hose takes very little bit of water, but anytime that you want potatoes, go out there, you just pull them out, and the potatoes are right on top of the ground that way. They don't get the dirt caked on them. That's how Greg DeLarkin does it.
Well, okay, here's the deal. I can go to Walmart and get a 5 or 10 pound bag of potatoes for a few bucks.
Yeah, I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I refuse to buy potatoes to plant potatoes for a long time, because they are so cheap. But their potatoes have like tripled in price in the last 10 years here.
Yeah.
And they're going on up, and they finally decided, you know what, I got the room for it to grow in my garden. Why not save that $3?
Right. But you got room to do it. I don't.
Right. Yeah. That's the key deal. If I ain't got room, I want to grow the more valuable things, the stuff that costs more to buy.
And see, I don't want to take up my yard for garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
You're wet.
And I wouldn't be able to plant anything out front because people would either steal it or tear it up or.
Mm-hmm. Well, some areas, like up in Salem, Oregon, the community college up there, they have an agricultural division. And I spent several years, but they were charging like $5 for the season, and they'd give you a patch of ground 10 by 10. And they also have an expert, so if you have any problems with the weeds, type of weeds, or probably bugs, insects, they have their experts. They're right there to tell you what's going on and tell you what you need to do. But you're given a 10 by 10 plot, that $5 or $10 for the season, that provided water, talking with people, exchanging ideas and stuff. It's really a good deal. But you know what? I planted nothing but potatoes in my plot. Just back then, this was in the 70s. I wasn't interested in gardening at that time. My parents hooked me up on that. But anyway, the whole deal is I've seen people out there, especially the Asians. The Asians were able to take that 10 by 10 plot, and I swear to God, they would get enough food out of there to keep their family of 2 or 3 people for a whole year.
That'd be a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've not looked into it, but just up like one block this way and one block that way, they've got raised beds up there. I don't know if they sell that out to people to garden or not.
Be interesting. But hey, the reason why I was bringing my part up that I was talking about the community college, Brian had to check if there's a community college nearby, if they have an agricultural section, see if they do that. And if not, bring up the idea to them.
I know the teachers have a plot. You can't go into that if you're bleeding.
But that would be cheap enough. You could get your $5 worth out of it.
Oh yeah.
And I got a couple of growers for the giveaway to go in and clean. They
Well,
they have a plot their own, and the government, it's a tax thing they get for doing it for them.
So I'll tell you what, those Asians, man, if you talk about a small garden, they're masters of the square foot gardening. They'll make the most use out of it. They know what to grow with what that actually replenishes the nourishment back on in there, so they don't have to use the fertilizers and like what we do and stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
I have a book that tells you about square foot garden.
And so if they have it, Brian, pick out somebody where you got Asians all planting their little gardens all around you. That's where you learn the most. Would you grab me another cup of coffee, honey? It's in the kitchen. Good thing Iron Dog's not in here. He'd be yelling at her. Woman, fetch your old man a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Well, Grizz, I got your email and I looked at some videos on it. And you was right about Nancy going to Chinatown, but it was in California.
Right. That's what I was getting at, though. But that was at the time frame when Donald Trump was also saying, closing down the flights, shut down trying to slow down the process of it coming on in here, trying to slow down the economy and stuff. And Nancy Pelosi was saying, no. Keep on coming, keep on intermingling with people, keep on spending your money.
Yeah. Okay. I don't understand that.
Well, my point is initially the Democrats were going the other way. Now they're going on the opposite side of the aisle of what they were. And I'm not talking about all Democrats. I'm talking about the political party, the politicians up there.
I don't know, but he should have stopped the travel quicker than he did.
What's that?
He should have stopped the traveling quicker than he did.
He started stopping the travel late January. China didn't even announce it until December 31st.
Well, that's probably true, but they knew about it in November. Hello, Sandra.
Well, yeah, but at that point of the day, at that point of the game, can you verify? I mean, I know that there was rumors back in November and December earlier. People were saying, what's going on? I know that because we just hearing about it on the news and this and that. But initially, most people, I mean, we don't have no facts on it. And that's one of the things that Trump is so pissed off at China with the WHO. He's so pissed off at them because the information was not put to us. It was not given to us. That's what Trump's saying. He said, yes, there was all sorts of information on out there that there was no fact-based studies, nothing that was said in stone. And he didn't want to run off of rumors, just off of rumors, because half the time those rumors are nothing. So you could hurt your country over nothing. And then he would have been under the attack for that.
You're right. Brian J., China lied and people died. Absolutely.
Now, I did hear Trump also, I think you'll appreciate this. I heard Trump one time say that he has made some mistakes along the way.
You think?
And given if he had the hindsight, he would have done some of the stuff differently. But he says those mistakes were taken off based on the information that he had available at that time.
Well, See, the thing of it is, the government has information that we don't know about.
Yep.
Hello, Allie.
Welcome back, Ellie.
Sandra, you got a link? Oh, somebody's in the basement. Sorry, Stray.
Hey, Stray.
I didn't
I'll
see.
say he's a chicken hawk boy.
How long you been down there?
I don't know, couple of seconds,
Oh, okay. Well,
not long.
when you've only got 3 people, then somebody comes in that's way down below, and you can't see them.
Right. Hey, Grease, how you doing?
I'm living the American dream.
Not hear you? Shit, that's the only way to go.
Yeah, I just wish somebody would wake me up from this nightmare.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
The only problem that I have against, hello, Rosanna. The only part I have against retiring at the time I did, I should have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, it would have been nice to retire earlier.
Well, I did retire 6 years ago.
Rosanna.
That would have made me about 56, I think. 57. I forget.
You must have retired like just a few months before me.
Let's see. This is 2020 minus 2014, which is 6 years ago. Okay, now where am I headed with this?
I don't know.
2014 minus 1956. I was 58. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was 58. So how old was you, Chris?
I think I'm retired before you. That I was 55 or 56.
How old was I when I got one?
Whatever, Grease. You was just a tad or two over dirt molecules.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
How's your garden doing, Grease?
Pardon?
How's your garden doing?
I don't plant that until June, the first week of June. If I try to plant it now, the ground's not warm enough. It's so much damp. It's so damp. I get a lot of root rot and stuff from it.
Oh, okay.
Now Rosanna, she's got things figured on out. She said she was getting what was it you was getting, Rosanna? Her little garden's doing good. So I got to figure out something about my soil. It's not the drainage either. So I probably got to get some more zinc or something in there.
Rosanna's got these raised beds. She does really good. It's amazing what she's done with her yard.
Mm-hmm.
And she's done it all by herself. I got to give her kudos for that.
I ate a salad yesterday or day before yesterday out of the garden here.
I'll ask her, Allie. Allie, my wife. I mean, Hon, my wife's Hon, my Allie is asking why you don't make videos anymore.
I need to. I have to figure out how to use that phone again. It was shut off. Somehow.
With the weather, I'm sure she'll start making videos again when it starts getting warmer and stuff outside.
I have to learn how to use that. That machine, I had a different phone. Then I got that phone. I can figure that one out. Hey.
Okay, Allie, do they have any gravel pits up in where you live? Or you could go to Walmart or Tractor
don't-
Supply and buy topsoil.
No, don't get your soil that way. Potting soil is only good for when you start plants and stuff. First of all, especially for vegetables and stuff. Rosanna, here's what Allie, this is what you do. Have JD buy himself a couple of buckets and go way out in the country. Go out, I'm sure there's government, state and federal forest lands. Go on out, find some rich soil, and shovel some in the bucket. And then go to another area and shovel some soil from that area from a bucket and mix it together, and you'll come up with some good garden dirt that way. Get a variety. Don't get it just from one place, because you'll be locked into just the nutrients of that area. Get a variety of it, and dump that in your flower beds. Good.
Well, Grizz, I have a really clayey soil, so it's really rich in nutrients. It's just not very good for drainage. So I did buy like 150 bags of Royal King topsoil, and then mixed in a 15 NPK, and mixed it really good and tilled it all together. So I made some pretty good topsoil that way.
Now I got a lot of clay here, and you know what I did with mine? Now, because obviously I wasn't going to go out and do buckets here.
Right.
I went and got a bunch of sheetrock left over from the construction sites. Okay, because lime breaks down clay. And you can buy lime at your fertilizer store and stuff like that. You can buy that and put that in your garden. Well, if you want to buy it, but you can take just regular sheetrock, not used sheetrock, but scrap sheetrock that is left over from them sheetrock in a house, and wet it on down. Wet it on down, leave it for a year, then rototill that in. That will break down the clay.
Okay, that's great.
I want to answer a question for Rosanna, where she was asking Brian what his meat prices was, where he's at. I just want to let y'all know a little secret or something. The beef prices is going up everywhere. Some places it's like $8 a pound. It's 12 something a pound in New Jersey. Seafood is where you're going to have to go spend your money at to try to make it. And seafood will go down because if they don't, they can't sell it. It spoils. They got to make something out of it,
Pam just bought a bunch of meat today, but I don't know what she get for it.
Yeah, Sandra Homespun Life, where she's at, Kentucky, was $8.69 a pound, and another one was $6.49 a pound, and that's for beef, and that wasn't lean beef either. Beef, pork, and chicken, and all that's gonna go up. We're gonna have to steer toward that daggone seafood, and it will go down. You know how seafood's expensive. It will go down because they're gonna have to sell it. If they don't sell it, it spoils out quicker than any other meat.
Yeah. I remember what I was going to say. Grizz, doesn't that drop the acidity in the soil, in the clay, if you start adding a bunch of rock?
Well, it was sheetrock. It's just lime that I added.
And mineral.
And actually, I ended up bringing a bunch of horse manure in too, and rototilled that in as well.
And sheep manure.
So it's balanced out.
And you did sheep too.
Yeah, and sheep manure, yeah.
Because I thought that lime will add acidity to the soil itself which if it's too acidic, it's not good. I know you want to be like 6 to 6.5 if you can get there.
They say if you have.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have no problem with acidity in my soil. Put it that way.
If you have Douglas fir, it's dry
Okay.
your soil down.
No, it doesn't.
They
No,
say you have to put lime back in.
no, that lime is for the clay, Deanna.
Yeah, but what was the other? They said you had to put in for.
Okay, the different soils that, you know,
That's what I thought.
I don't know all the technical terms, okay, but Deanna, soil for trees goes great. So it all depends on what you're growing. Blackberries do great. You know, fruit does great around in the soil.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta you gotta make it work for whatever you want to grow.
Right.
Douglas fir.
When we put in this raised bed just for flowers, I was able to get a bunch of clay that came off of a graveyard, and oh man, it was wet when I got it. Well, I filled up the raised bed about halfway, and then I was able to get some topsoil that they took off of the ground to put a above ground pool. And I was able to just back up there and drag it off into the raised bed. So I got 2 truckloads out here for that raised bed, but it does wonderful for them flowers.
Oh, and by the way, if y'all haven't bought an above ground pool and want one, y'all are gonna be for a real shock. You know those those 18 by 48 above ground Anitex pools or Coleman pools. You know the ones you set up with the bars and put the liner in.
Right.
They're now the $400 version of that. The 18 by 48 inches deep is now $1,000 on Amazon.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's almost tripled in price in a week.
Wow.
because everybody's home buying them.
Yep. And I thought that maybe it was like the companies being greedy, like Walmart and Lowe's and all that. It's not. I went to Initex's website, and that's what they're selling them for. It's like $899.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably slowed way on down on manufacturing them, so it's supply and demand.
Yep.
You know, if they're running half crew because they were trying to keep the social distancing and keeping people further apart, that's going to slow up production on their end. So they're probably have to get more money.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, that's a good point. But man, and then you got people taking total advantage of it, the ones that already have pools. I was on Amazon, and this dude, like a third-party seller, was selling it for $1,000 plus $500 shipping.
Oh wow!
For a Walmart pool, and you know somebody's going to buy it because their kids are going to be like, I want to pull to the point to where they're like, okay, fine, whatever. Nope, we're not going on vacation anyway, so I might as well spend the $1,500 on a pool. You little.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen to it. But yeah,
I like my swimming pool. My swimming pool's just right across the road here, down at the lake.
I'm not that close to a lake, or I'd be using that as my swimming pool. I don't even have a creek.
What's that, Jim?
I've swam in lakes and rivers.
No, I meant Gris.
What was that?
Do you ever swim in that lake?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we swim in the lake.
Cool.
I don't get ear infection.
It's a beautiful lake.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
go down. Oh, yeah.
Shit, the way prices are going today for meat and food and products like that, for too long, we are actually, and I mean actually, going to eat Chinese chicken. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but if times keep getting as hard as they are, we're going to have to do a lot of things we don't want to do.
Well, yeah.
Pets today is going to be brunch tomorrow if it keeps on going the way it is today.
I'll be glad when they get the Chinese buffet up here open back up. I don't know how they're doing it.
What?
Well, if he keeps going like this, I'm just going hunting. Plenty of deer on my property. Tastes good too. As soon as you get that gaminess out of them.
Is it that right, honey? Food tastes better at home.
That's why everybody should be having a garden going on if you can get one. If you can get one, and hunting if you can't. Get your own meat, get your own vegetables. You won't have to resort to eating your dog.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, Stray did. He made me hungry. I'm ready for Chinese.
You can make it right at home.
I really miss me and Pam going out and eat once in a while.
You want to have any food, Kim? Come on over. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, there you go. We go out and get it through the drive up and eat it in the car. I went to Captain D's and got fish, and it took her to Arby's, and I don't know what kind of what she got. A turkey sandwich. I don't
I'll say
like
the help. These
Yeah.
too
Well,
damn expensive.
they started opening up restaurants and barber shops and beauty shops here.
Yes.
Doing that all over the place.
Illinois is not open yet.
When they go in, they said certain ones are not open.
It will be
Well,
soon.
To open up, they have to be able to meet certain guidelines. You know, so they have to be approved to be opened up and show that they can. You know, like the beauty shops, they can't have walk-ins anymore. It's by appointment only, and they
Yep.
can't have somebody waiting while they're doing another. I mean, they can't have anybody one customer at a time. And restaurants are only allowed to operate at like 30% capacity or something like that. So they have to, make certain tables not available.
Right?
Yeah, they got it at 50% capacity now.
Well, they've got a Wizzo residence
Capacity, but you still got to remain 6 feet apart.
cafeteria style.
Yep.
I don't know what that is. I guess if they've got a buffet, they put it on your plate for you. I think.
Not social distancing in the grocery store. He goes, when we go to Costco, you have to wear masks and all.
May 25th for Harrison.
Sandra says hair salons won't open where she's at until May 25th.
Now, Sandra,
She
I got
knows
some bad
this to be
news for you. I got some bad news for you, Sandra.
Hair salon in her basement either until mid-time May or June, and she's running it out of her basement of her house.
Well, I got some bad news for Sandra. Yeah, I mean, I don't care what hair salon it is. It ain't going to make her look any better. She already looks good enough.
I don't go to the one.
Costco chicken meat is really good. You'll check it out. It was good. I sent some to Aldi to try. Send me some. I'll take some meat in the mail. Shit, what the fuck? I missed it all, don't I? What the shit?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like June 1st before I can get a haircut from my barber.
Yeah. And my cousin's got a hair salon in her house in the basement, and She can't even open the door for that.
That's
She's
it,
going to. I mean, she made money, you know, with her taxes and all, but
online.
Well, Pam called
How much money
her hair salon, and when they do open, they're going to have to wipe the chairs down in between, and they're where they wash their hair is too close. They got to put a partition in between there. It's
Here,
quite a deal.
Kim, what they're also requiring that the beautician, after each customer, they have to change their clothes and throw them in dirty clothes and put on new clean clothes.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they have to do a complete change and sterilization of themselves and clean clothes each time, as well as sterilize the equipment.
Well, that's going
All equipment. All equipment. All the equipment has to be sterilized.
and that'll mean our haircuts will be higher.
Yeah, the cost of everything's gonna go up.
You're not dyeing your hair or anything.
Except that $1,200 free. No, that's to help you pay for it.
Well, I tell you what, all us guys really need is a blowtorch. Cost of a haircut wouldn't cost any more than a pint of gas. We could go
Well, these
run around
gas is
looking
so
like
cheap.
Kelly Savalas with a sunburn.
Hey, at least it's cheap to go on a vacation as long as you don't plan on staying nowhere.
It could be worse than that. You could look like Trump with an orange skin.
I figure everybody's just going to look like they just got out of boot camp with shaved heads because it's just going to buzz cut themselves. So how much for a haircut? No.
I did it once.
Yeah, right. Crazy.
That'd be a cheap haircut.
Yes, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll get it out of there.
Let me see what it is. No, I don't know what it is.
So, Greer, you gonna send me that damn lighter?
I can figure it out. I already told you what stuff was.
Greer,
Yeah.
you gonna send me that lighter?
Send you the lighter. What? You need a haircut?
No, I want your lighter to help you quit smoking.
Oh, no. I'm hanging on to it.
They sell more of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I want business.
Nah, I use it for lots of things.
You can start a fire. You start lots of fires there.
I wish you'd hurry up and get that channel going so I can get my damn free roll of toilet paper.
Oh my.
I need to do a live stream here as soon as we have another nice day. I gotta have my wife give me another haircut. I'll probably do that on another live stream.
Yeah. in June.
Owie. Fat boy, you would get meat in the mail if you didn't go around picking on virgins.
Yeah, but you didn't get everybody else's wives to cut their husband's hair. They had a- You did the best haircut.
I'm gonna get her to send me a Boston cream pie, y'all. I haven't had one of them in a long time, and they're good. Boston, I will have to say one thing about Boston. You got Boston red sauce and you got Boston cream pie.
Oh, I haven't thought about that. You remember that we, the place that used the most ice cream? And
Mhm.
then they have to run a date the most people to us now.
I remember now.
I do. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you wouldn't have thought of
Well,
that.
I don't know about the Bruins, and I don't give a damn about the Patriots, so I didn't mention them, Allie.
Hey, that's one thing that this has done. It slowed up on them, the sports. I don't see sports so much on the TV.
Nope, they out. They ain't gonna come back. They don't want to die.
NASCAR.
Yeah, it just came back on.
Sure did. Of course, you can't go there, but you can at least watch them go around in circles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something.
Yeah, turn left.
Be a great co-pilot, right? Okay, you want to turn left here? All right. Turn left again. All right, hold on here. Left. All right.
Turn left.
No, don't turn right.
What are you doing?
I said left.
The other left.
Oh, hell, is that Bill Elliott on our ass? Uh-oh. I think we're going right whether we want to or not here.
Okay, but all I got to say about that is I'd like to see you go 200 miles an hour and turn left.
Oh hell no. What's that old shirt say, man? You have no friends at 200 miles an hour?
Dad has it. What about the chicken?
Yeah, somebody needs to go out and put them up.
Who's phone?
I don't care.
Hi, Allie.
Hi. Or you still need it. You probably use it.
I'm gonna use my old one.
Use the old one, but you still use it.
Here you go. They're worried about the flashlight. Let's see here. This is what they're worried about. So when they go outside,
They check the chickens.
the little one there on the left.
And then- See, this one, oh, right here up at the top.
No, middle one on the left.
That's not what I did before mine.
That's not your phone, Dean. That was mine. It's in a different location.
Oh, you can? We'll do that.
Yeah, too bad it don't work there, Allie. I mean, it's just a piece of art here. That's all it's for.
I like your official blue screen.
You like that?
That's
Custom.
Custom blue screen. You gotta love it.
It works though.
And if you don't, I don't care. I'm not trying to impress you anyway.
Yeah, I bought that blue screen. I don't get it out. It's too hard to fold back up.
I'm sure.
Hey, Sandra, you remember me saying earlier that I had a salad that was out of the garden the other day that she growed here? It had peaches in it. It had apple, and blackberries, cottage cheese on the side, lettuce, strawberries. I mean, it was just good salad.
Sounds like it.
You put grapes and pecans in chicken salad. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, why not? I mean, I
think I'm
like
gonna have to go to town tomorrow.
Oh, it was good, Sandra. It
I
really
think
was.
I think I'm gonna be going through withdrawals here pretty soon.
Sorry.
My last one.
All these damn commercials.
Yeah, commercials suck.
I might have to send my wife to town to get me some more dum-dums tonight.
Canned chicken is good if you get it from the right. Yeah. Some of it could be slimy and greasy and kind of nasty. I agree. But there is some good canned chicken.
You know how I like to can my chicken? I like to smoke it first before I can it.
You like to smoke what now?
Smoke the chicken before I can it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
Sounds good.
Anything, any meat, unless, well, certain kind of meat assholes. But certain meats is good smoked. Yeah, smoked chicken, beef. But, you know, I said that last statement because I kind of thought Grizz was trying to set me up on some meat.
Allie Pam is doing fine. Thank you for asking. She just turned 65 last Friday, the
Can't she hear us?
15th. Do
Can't
I?
she hear us, Jim?
No, she's in the other room.
Oh, okay.
Our dog sang happy birthday to her.
Well, that's nice.
I'm sorry.
Lucky you.
Yeah, he did. It was nice. She liked it.
Happy
Oh, so she says.
birthday. They sung it to me too. Damn it.
I
It's your
told her,
fault. You're the one that told him it was your birthday.
I said, I've never been with a 65-year-old woman before.
Right?
I told her she's just like wine, better with age.
Mm.
Ew.
It tasted like cigarettes. Wow.
Now, coming from Valley, that's even funnier yet.
Yeah, it was. That wasn't sounding like.
Yeah. What the hell? A gay Daffy Duck when he sees happy birthday. Oh, I gotta remember that shit.
Yeah. I would have told Dog that she said that.
Yeah, Fat Boy was the one that was standing up on the top perch, the tallest.
She,
He's funny.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see this.
Funny.
I'll give it a shot. Let's see.
I love you, dog. Whatever, Allie.
She made her own birthday cake.
What?
Let's see.
Give it a second, kind of let it steady.
Yeah, Believe it.
Yeah, turn it a little. There you go.
Yeah, he will, Allie.
There you go.
That
Oh, cupcake?
no, it's a full size cake. It had 3 layers, and it had like coffee,
I
ice,
know, you have some doing.
and chocolate down on. I can't hold the damn thing still.
That's obvious. That's sugar free, right?
Yeah,
Hey, Allie.
yeah, it was.
Allie
Was
says,
it?
Allie says she retracted the message. It didn't do no good. Not to my screenshot.
But it was.
I was going to say too late. I already copied and pasted it.
Nah.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, that was her cake, Rosanna. She made it herself.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video tonight, and I'm gonna post it tonight, and I'm gonna use a screen.
Do it, Stray.
I'm gonna do a shot, and I'm gonna be Allie, and I'm gonna be boy. Watch out, y'all. Here
I would look forward to that one, Stray. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Hey, don't listen to her, Stray. It'll be worth it.
Well, damn. Talk about have somebody over the barrel. Allie.
Hey, come on now, Stray. You're not that hooked on food, are you?
Don't hold your pizzles against me.
Come on, Stray. You can handle it. You can handle it. Stand tall, stand tough. You can handle this.
You know. Oh Lord.
I love to hear Stray laugh.
You know what, Allie? I'm gonna trade the pizzles in, and I know we're a little shop to where I can get me some cannolis. Yep, video coming, y'all.
Okay. I just got to put this out there. What's more important to you, there, Stray? What's more important to you, Allie's pizzle or my lighter?
Your lighter.
You put it on out there. I'll mail you this lighter. This is what I hear.
Throw in the Boston Pie, Allie, and it's a deal.
Is that a Zippo?
I love cannoli. Everybody loves cannoli, Rosanna.
Grizz, is that a Zippo?
Yeah.
Have you ever filled them too full? It burns your leg.
No. No, it's kind of hard to overfill it. You know, it just got this. Let's see, where's the lens on the camera on here? So it must be on this side here.
I used to carry one, but every once in a while,
You
I'd
say
get it too full and it'd leak out in my pocket and burn my leg.
Ah, no, I've never had to burn my leg.
So what I found out, when you turn it up like that to fill it, you can pull a layer of that cotton back.
Yeah. Yep.
And then just put it in there, and then you've got that much it's not filled.
Yep.
You get along a lot better. Because if you don't
Yeah, that keeps it.
back,
Yeah, that's designed to keep it from overkilling, like what you're saying.
right? But to keep a lighter going, you got to have flint and carry a thing of lighter fluid and all that. Then your cigarettes.
Yeah, I ain't fancy. Big for me.
It's a kit. I mean, you got to keep it all going.
Yeah.
I really don't miss it. I really don't.
Well, I
I'll be
can't
right
wait
back.
till
I'm
I
gonna
can
jump
say
off.
that same thing.
I'll be back. I'm gonna jump up here and check something out.
Okay, Stray. Thanks for coming by. Keep going.
Hey, that's Jay. You know, I mean, Ollie just said, I just told the dog, no matter what anybody tells him, I love him. You need to put that on in there too somehow. You need to play that in with the video.
When I quit smoking, Brian, I thought, well, I'll carry a lighter, you know, because there at work we'd light fires and burn stuff.
Oh, I'll always carry a lighter.
But if you don't use it all the time, they dry up too.
Well, this lighter here I've had for about 10 years, and I didn't use it for.
I found it.
Yeah, I didn't use it for a long time. My wife just found it here about a couple months ago.
That's not a new one. That's the newer one that I found. That one you've had for a long time.
I quit. I mean, I had it in a drawer and something, and it could,
I know, but you got another
so
one.
I didn't use it for years. So they do come back. You know, after the more you read them, they kind of
There's two of
they
them.
do fill back on up.
Well, I mean, you keep filling them, but they'll dry up if you don't use them all the time.
Yeah.
You think, well, I'm not using it. It'll keep working. Well, they still dry up even if you don't burn it.
Yeah, it's because they're not under pressure.
Right.
Because butane and Zippo fluid both will dissipate at the same rate. The only reason why like a Bic lighter lasts longer holding on to fluid is because it's pressurized, so it can't. There's nowhere for the gas to escape from.
Right.
Whereas Zippos are open, so it just evaporates.
I think Stray went to go in the slider. I think that's why he dropped on out.
There's an old one. You know, I can't buy those anymore. That model. That model you can't buy it. Not anymore, it's different.
Well, I've been on here about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm about ready to get off here myself.
Same.
Chris, I'm going to add you to the list.
I thank you.
If you see where I send you a link, you're not obligated, but if you want to, you're always welcome.
All right, brother. Probably be easier for me to catch them too.
I did look at the email. I got your email now.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see who all's in here. Rosanna, of course, Grizz, Brian J, Allie. I appreciate everybody coming in.
It was my pleasure.
Oh,
Right.
good.
Well, it's 10:30 for me. Like I said, I've been on here 2.5 hours. So good night, everybody.
Night, brother.
Good night, all.
All right, everybody. Good night, Grizz.